Greetings, everyone, and welcome tonight to day 73. You guys don't know this, but I was actually praying that that thing would fire to camera one. So let me do this. I want to say hello to everyone to get started tonight. We are going to be rolling through some stuff. I have some video from President Zelensky. I've got some video from Russia, and also what is happening in the occupied territories of Lugansk, Donetsk, Kherson, Zaporozhye southern region that you will be blown away by. Ricochet, you can tell it's a new camera. Folks, today has been quite a day. Paul Kiss, good evening, sir. And I want to give you a big thank you for all the sharing and assistance you're giving on the Twitter front. Rick Berry, Slava Ukraina. I've got a picture of Rick Berry here in a little while. Eric Wood checking in from Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Ted Link, God bless you. Ricochet, God bless you. Lynn Fireball and the Legend Herald, welcome. Rogammon, Midlothian, Virginia. E-E-T-A-E. Prods. Appreciate all you're doing, PG. Much love. Nathan Fody, Slava Ukraina. You're hooked, dude. Thank you. Kim Porter, God bless you. Andrea Schoaf, God bless you. And Ricochet says, yes, he can tell. Not only a new camera, but we've had some new lighting installed today. So this has been quite a process here. Let me look over here. Diana Tarleton, Beverly Kniss, Alexander Moncleod, welcome, my friend. Marcia Chauvin, Bonnie Beam, Abigail Long, Clifford Gilmore, welcome. Larry Deborah, Shirley Phelps, God bless you. Joan Grunenwald, kick it. Diana Tarleton says, the Lord spoke and said it's time for the glory to fall, and when it falls, the nations will fall on their knees. That is exactly what Ezekiel 38 says as well. Agreed, 100%. Tina Innan, sorry. God bless you. Good evening. Ann Hockett, welcome. Folks, it's going to be really, really good tonight. Now, I have a little bit of a story to tell you. I'm just checking everything here to make sure it's all fired. Linda Cassio, God bless you. Rosemary, Bruce Lozier, good evening from the Loziers in Sharpsville, PA, USA. Yes, praying for Ukraine. We love you guys. All right, so here's the deal, folks. Today has been unbelievable. I literally slid into this chair with seconds to go. And a lot of these things trigger automatically. Stephen Haywood is the legend. And I want to give him a shout out tonight. Oh, let's see. And I need to give a shout out to, let's see this clown here. Open image in new tab. Right here. This is my guy right here. This is Stephen Haywood. He's doing stuff there. Guy on the right, not the left. He is the guy. He lives right over here in Hubbard, Ohio, near me. Got his own empire he does. He's a nerd into gaming, but he's also a product guy for PTZ Optics, and I'm connected with them. I've done quite a few events with them, and now each last Tuesday of each month, we're doing an event for their company as well. So it's really, really good things, but the deal about that is Stephen takes care of me, and so today, new lighting installed. You should see my hair lit up. See right there? It's because there's a light back there. There was not a light back there before. Secondly, the whole system's been rewired. All of this happened in one day. And folks, I was getting extremely nervous, to be honest with you, because I am committed to be here each evening. And even if I had to roll with my phone, I was rolling tonight, as we have done from the sheets before when we were traveling. Stephen was at dinner, and he was fixing my system while he was eating dinner at a restaurant tonight with his family. So all the new cameras are installed, and I want to give a big thank you to PTZ Optics. They gave the cameras to the experience and to the program. So a big shout out to them, of course, Stephen. Also, Ray Haliga was here today. I've got a picture of him helping me do a lot of install. So, folks, yes, we were able to get it all done. We're not fully dialed in yet. I do not have the back camera right. I mean, it's here, but you can see it's not right yet. But it will be. I was thankful to get what we got. So there we have it. I'm out of breath, and I do look taller. Thank you. The cameras, we got the tall version of the cameras. I'm now bumping in at about 6'5". Yes. So that's where we're at. So thank you guys for being here tonight. Gonna be good. And I was still able to get the content ready to go. And I think you're going to enjoy the update. I have right there a letter written from Sergei Volyn in the Azovstal. I'm going to read that to you in a little while. It's printed out and ready to go. We're ready. Here we go. So this is Ray today. I want to give Ray a big shout out. He was here. He's helping me install lights. Actually, he installed lights and I watched. No, I helped him, but I was on the ground level. He's a little bit taller than I am. I think he's about 7'5" because I'm 6'5" now. And big thank you to Ray Haliga for jumping in tonight and helping. It was vital. I would have never made it without him. So that one. Secondly, folks, today we had a huge celebration. Are you guys ready? I am getting ready to show you tonight Rick Barry, the legend that's in here all the time with his intelligence. And I'm being serious. He's extremely bright, but he's also a World War II veteran. And as we talked about last night, he and his wife Shirley renewed their vows today. And for some reason, my feed quit on the live chat. I don't know. It's working, buddy. I can see it. So I was able also, and that was midday, able to attend the 50th wedding anniversary. Do we have screens for tomorrow? Listen, come on. Of course we have screens for tomorrow. This right here, folks, in case you were wondering, on the left, Vietnam legendary veteran, and he'll get mad at me and start screaming at me. He doesn't want to hear this stuff. The people he served with were legends. The people he served with were heroes. The people he served with, and that's, of course, the character of our armed forces in the United States. But that's Rick Barry on the left. That is his wife, Shirley. Today was the 50th. And did I say World War II? I said Vietnam, didn't I? Well, listen, the way he's looking in that picture right there, he probably could be a World War II veteran. You said it, Rick Barry. Okay. No, Vietnam veteran. Folks, I'm zonked today. Literally 1 second sliding in, but I'm still energized about what I'm going to share with you. So, big congratulations to him. He's holding up an envelope right there, folks, and I've got the era in there, and on it he has written Slava Ukraina. On his wedding day, celebrating his 50th wedding anniversary with the renewal of the vows, he brought in his Applebee's money to donate toward the cause in Ukraine. So Rick Barry, Shirley Barry, congratulations to you. And now your second honeymoon can begin after the program. God bless you. Folks, had some questions coming in. I'm sorry if I said World War II. I had some questions. One of the reasons World War II is on my mind because I'm showing you a Soviet veteran tonight from World War II. You're going to get a little insight into the character of what we're battling against the mentality. I want you to look at this map right here. And this map, you know very well, this is the map of Ukraine. In the gold are regions or oblasts that have significant electrical connectivity issues. In everywhere else in the blue, there are cities, towns that have no electrical power. It is a serious problem. There are many, many, many cities and towns, millions of people right now without electricity. I think it was JDO asked me, could I find out or get some information on where the electrical issues are in Ukraine, just so we could have a concept. Just think, millions and millions. And it's not from an ice storm. It's not from a hurricane. It's from a war. And many of the power plants that are used to produce this energy are not functioning. So this is the situation on the electrical front. Now, I want to jump over to the map. I've got everything right here. And I want to give you guys an update tonight on what happened throughout Ukraine today. Today was a very big day. And tonight we're going to close with President Zelensky. And he will also speak about this. But today, and you know this map well, each day we look at some type of map. And I'll give us a quick outline here. It helps. Okay. All my Ukrainian friends are happy. Now, today, Ivano-Frankovsk. Today, Khmelnytsky. Not the city, but the region. Today, Odessa was struck extremely hard. People were killed. Mykolaiv, of course. Mariupol, the battle continues. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Also, Kharkiv, and the target there was all cultural. One of the most important museums in Ukraine was a target of a cruise missile. It is completely destroyed, and everything that was in it is gone. President Zelensky will speak about that in a moment. You ready for this one? Sumy. You ready for this one? Volyn. Rovna. Russian. Rivna. Ukrainian. You see all the hits in the West today? And you know Lviv has been being hit. And then this is the train transfer area from a few days ago. But today, this, all in Western Ukraine were hit. Odessa was hit extremely hard. Mykolaiv, of course, and then we wrap around. And then, of course, the battle is raging here. In fact, Severodonetsk, I'll zoom in just a touch. It's right here in the green. Leveled. I mean, I could sit here and try to describe it or show you videos or pictures, but folks, leveled. Severodonetsk, city of 50,000 people, leveled. And it's right in that front battle line where Russia and Ukraine are going at it. So the other thing on the map that I want you to be aware of today, and you know this region well, and this is all building up to something very important I want to share with you tonight, but right on the Ukrainian border, right there, that's not a good color. Right there on the Ukrainian border. And of course, you would know that's in the Transnistria region. There was quite a few shell attacks. Ukraine says they didn't do it, and I absolutely believe they didn't do it. There's no reason for them to be shelling Transnistria. They need to focus on what else is happening in the country. So this is an overview of what happened. So I've got it written here. Odessa, Severodonetsk. Oh, now, how about this one? Right here, the city of Lugansk, which is a very, very big city. Let me zoom in even some more. Right here. Lugansk. Of course, this is completely occupied and taken. Lugansk is going to be renamed, and I do not have the name, but they're actually taking all the city signs down, and renaming Lugansk. So when we talk about, and I showed you the video from last night, when we talk about Russia not backing up on these territories, they're really not. They're going forward with all of the transition to the Russian system. Names, language, schools, education, currency, electrical grids, the internet where they can control it. Everything is being converted to Russian. Now, of course, a lot of that is coming in prior, a lot of aggressiveness coming in prior to this May 9th day. So that's what we're dealing with there on the map. Sumy Mykolaiv Khmelnytsky. Oh, Tokmak. Let's go back. I've got them all written down tonight. I would have had slides, but we've been installing cameras and lights all day. So I do have other slides I'm going to show you, though. Back to here, Tokmak. You say, you've talked about that town. Yes, Tokmak is right. Let's change colors. There's a reason I want to tell you about Tokmak. Let's just go with this bright green. Tokmak is right here. In fact, Tokmak is on the evacuation route from Mariupol. So here's Mariupol, and the way the evacuation route happens to travel to Zaporozhye is down to Berdyansk, up to Tokmak, and then up to Zaporozhye. That's how the evacuation happens. Looks like they are attacking the west with the pincer movement. Yeah, the pincer movement is what they do. That's what? Millennium centuries. Military strategy. Makes complete sense, to be honest. Ukraine's trying to do the same thing up north of Kharkiv, so it's good. Anyway, Tokmak right here, and that is on the X. I'm sorry to say today, but the mayor of Tokmak was killed. Now, that is under Russian occupation, but the mayor of Tokmak he was kind of like the mayor of Melitopol here, who we know, Ivan Fedorov. We've talked about him 6-8 nights. Tokmak, very similar story. This mayor, pure Ukrainian, 100%, would not surrender, would not give up, put out of power. The city's taken over. He still would not relinquish. They wanted him to participate in transferring the people over to the Russian system, and he just would not do it. They resorted to torture. They resorted to family threats, and I'm sorry to say that the mayor of Tokmak, he gave his life today due to this war. So very, very sad. I just hope that doesn't continue happening to other mayors. Tokmak, just in case you were wondering, yeah, 30,000 people. These are nice sized towns, folks. Last thing, towns that we know about here, Popasna. Right over here. We've been talking about this town. Popasna is right here. Right there. And you can see Kramatorsk here, Slavyansk here, Donetsk here, but Popasnaya or Popasna is gone. And we had talked about that about 10 days ago, but it came out official today. It's gone. And the problem with it, 2,000 Ukrainians are trapped in Popasnaya. They're not going to get them out unless the Ukrainian forces could push back. So those folks will have to be relocated somewhere else. There's nothing left in Popasnaya as of tonight. Now, let's get to it. So we were showing you here, that's the electrical issues. Go to number 4 here. This is Khersonskaya Oblast. This goes back to the same story I was sharing to you a moment ago. In all of the occupied territories, the names are being changed. The logo, I don't need to list it. Everything is being changed. This is the new city seal for Kherson. And you look at it and go, oh, blue and yellow, Ukraine. No, the double eagle is Russia. That is an ancient, ancient symbol in Russian history that they have now given to the city and the region of Kherson. And that is what that says. And I know you see an X there in English, but in the Cyrillic alphabet in Russian, that X is not the X-ray sound. It's the H. So you have Khersonskaya Oblasti. Vega A. Not a B, a V. VGA. Vega A Khersonskaya Oblasti. How about that one for you there, Vova? There's some language. So everything is being changed. Today, coming out of Washington, D.C., and I'm going to move quick on these things. Russia should be marked as a terrorist state. How did that pop out of there? This came directly from Washington, D.C. In fact, remember, we do not talk about American politics in here. This is about the war in Ukraine. But this statement came from Nancy Pelosi. Sorry. No, I didn't put her picture up. I did put the picture of Washington, D.C. up. But she stated, and everyone's agreeing, and that's on both sides of the aisles, folks. Liberal, middle of the road, conservative. Russia should be marked as a terrorist state. Now, why is that a problem? Let me explain it to you real quickly. Have you seen the news out there where the rumor mill is the United States helped with inside information so that Ukraine could sink the Moskva? And the Defense Department, the Pentagon, everyone is saying, no, we didn't help. We did not help. We didn't send information. Well, I'm here to tell you tonight, the United States did provide intelligence. In fact, the United States was assisting with location and technology, especially in relation to the drones, for the sinking of the Moskva. It was American defense that was helping immensely. Now, why does the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. say, no, we were not doing that? Because if they come out and say, oh, yeah, we told them how to do it. We told them where the ship would be. We told them how to fly the drones. We told them how to fly their Neptune cruise missile. We gave them all the information. All Ukraine had to do was execute, and they did. Ukraine sunk that boat, but the Americans were helping. Why is America denying that? Because, of course, that basically would be the next level of not only weapons coming, humanitarian aid, money, but now you're providing the intelligence. Russia would take that and use that and say, okay, you really are coming at us. It's over. We're coming against you even stronger. That is why today, when Washington, D.C., when our elected officials are saying Russia should be marked as a terrorist state, it's just another shot across the bow, just like the technology used to help sink the Moskva. These are real things happening, but when Vladimir Putin, Dmitry Peskov, and Sergei Lavrov, and Kirill, you know Kirill now, the Russian patriarch, when they begin to review this information, they go, you know what? We can't back up. Many people came out today, not just talking heads, but really, really smart people with balanced viewpoints. CIA, foreign, what is our? Yeah, CIA. I don't know. One of the other groups in the Defense Department that works on foreign soil. They came out today with their analysis, and it agreed with British intelligence, it agreed with French, it agreed with Polish, it agreed with the Ukrainian intelligence. Everybody was agreeing today on one thing. Vladimir Putin will not back up. And I have some things to share with you in just a moment that will probably validate that. So when you see us firing shots across the bow, whether it be with intelligence, even though denied, or it will be Nancy Pelosi and our elected officials saying Russia's terrorist, they're going to respond. And I do not mean militarily, but they're going to respond in concept. They're going to respond in, okay, you are against us. Everybody's against us. There's the proof of it. We stand alone. That's where we're heading to. Now, talking about that, how about a little bit of today?
Итого мы получим максимум 5% неизлечимых. В простом выражении 2 миллиона человек. Вот которые сейчас и готовы все это делать. Которые готовы СС возрождать. Потому что Азов это и есть фашистский СС. А ВСУ это вермахт. Ну это же очевидно так и происходит. Вот эти вот 2 миллиона человек должны были либо уехать с Украины, либо должны быть денацифицированы. То есть быть уничтожены. Не больше.
Today, the venom being spewed, 2 million Nazis inside Ukraine that need to be eliminated. You see, these cats really believe this. They really believe it. I was watching earlier when I was able to jump into the shower for 1 minute, threw my YouTube on, and I'm always watching World War II history, and it was just shocking. This one was about Nazi Germany's technology and how they were using it and developing it and the mentality they had. And folks, literally, you could have just put Putin's name in place of Hitler and the Russian war in Ukraine, and it would have all matched. 100%. It was shocking to me. I was washing my hair and going, all you got to do is change the names. It's the same story. You know this guy, Jens Stoltenberg, Secretary General of NATO. He came out today with a statement representing NATO that says NATO believes that the second wave has not been initiated yet. Has not been initiated. I started looking into this, and it was kind of interesting. And this is why I'm going to say this is interesting. Because I've been personally noticing a lot of the early war days, which is now up through day 73. And when we look at a lot of the troops, and yes, they've rotated in some of their best. But a lot of the troops that they have brought, and I've actually shown you video about this, and that was they've rotated in a lot of troops. Council of Foreign Relations, you were trying to, it could be. In the initial phases of this war, Russia has used a lot of their far-reaching troops, like from Central Russia and even Eastern Russia. These would be the Russians that are pure Russian, no problem, but they will look Asian or Mongolian. Many of these forces, and I've seen tons of video with the battles that I can't show, I'd be taken off the air instantly. And it's obvious to see that this is not a lot of the pure Slavic Western Russians fighting. Yes, of course, there are plenty there, but there is a lot of, and Ukraine calls them cannon fodder. Maybe that's a term you military guys know about, but cannon fodder. But a lot of these guys are from Central and Eastern Russia. So NATO came out and said, we don't believe the second wave has started yet, and we really see a rotation coming in of better Russian troops. It's almost as if these initial troops were sacrificial lambs to soften it. And this is what NATO was saying. Putin will not back up, just as Hitler would not back up, for the same reasons. Both are insane, both controlled by the same spirit, evil incarnate. We do not battle against flesh and blood. 100% spot on. There's no way Putin's going to back up. None. Zero. Putin's May 9th speech, folks. This is a big deal. You see the rumors floating around. We come here in the evenings, each evening, 9 o'clock Eastern, so that we can share real information. Here are the rumors. Nothing confirmed. Number one, because it's already May 8th in Russia. Victory Day in Ukraine. May 8th, Europe, but May 9th, Russia will celebrate. And all the rumors are there that Vladimir Putin will declare war in Ukraine. Vladimir Putin will force a mobilization. I'm not sure either one of those will happen, personally. I do not think Vladimir Putin will declare war in Ukraine. That is my opinion, and I'm going to tell you why. Because he doesn't feel he needs to. He feels that his definition of this being a special operation has not concluded yet. If they were to move into Bangalore, India, welcome. If they were to move into Poland, the Baltics, absolutely he would declare war. Special operation would be over. But I'm not sure he's going to change his terminology because it makes him feel that they're just taking care of a minor special operation in Ukraine. Yeah, we've got a little bit more kickback than we thought, but it's still a special operation. So I don't think, personally, he will declare war. Now, we will know in 2 days from now. I will do my best to translate the parts of his speech that would be applicable to have you understand the Russian so you can see it and hear it. But that's 48 hours away. So you see all the rumors. Here's the one thing I think will happen. I think they're going to parade their military, which always happens. They're going to roll their Iskander missiles through. The troops are going to march by. They're going to fly over with the Air Force in the symbol of the Z. But I believe Vladimir Putin will say, world, do not mess with us. We are going to finish this special operation. And if you continue to mess with us, we will move towards a different operation, like a threat to the rest of the world. That's what I think will happen. We've watched this 73 days in a row. You guys have too. You're educated about it. You understand it. You're able in here to actually see a lot of the things and hear a lot of the things in the foreign languages. We translate them. That's what I think is going to happen. Tomorrow in our Sunday night program, we could be completely different and we could have more information. But that is exactly what I think. He's Rosemary. I love you. Let's see if that popped. Oh, you're on my Facebook. He's already declared war. I'll go here. If this isn't war, I don't know what is, whether he's used those words or not. It's war. 100% agree. 100% agree. But when a nation declares war, it takes it to a different playing field with the rules inside the nation, with the rules, what the nation will do, resources that are released, war rules. The United States is no different if we were to declare war on somebody. But is it a war? Absolutely. Has the official declaration happened? No. But if it does, ugly. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's going to try to scare the world. That's what I think. Now, I have 46 I played for you. Sorry, I'm not so logical tonight. we're hanging cameras. Here we go. For all you veterans out there, especially Rick Barry, our World War II veteran. Just joking, Rick. I know it's Vietnam. This is a picture here of a Soviet veteran from World War II still living. The numbers are that there are still thousands and thousands of Soviet World War II veterans alive. And I know there are some. It's a fact. I do not know how many. Of course, they will always inflate the numbers. But there are World War II veterans still living. And these guys are supposedly honored during this victory celebration. How does that happen? Tonight, we're going to peek the door open. And I'm going to let you see the inside of Russian culture. Yes, he's got 20 pounds of brass on that coat. Yes, he does. That's what they'll do. They'll be strutting around with all their medals. But folks, I want to give you a sad story tonight. It looks great right there in the picture, right? Oh, wow. Oh, they're honoring that guy. Let me tell you what really happens. With the World War II veterans, the city leaders or the regional governors will come and they will visit, or they'll send representatives to visit the World War II veterans personally. And you say, well, that's great. Actually, yeah, no problem. But it's sad what they do. You know, here in the United States and many other nations, when we honor our veterans, we try to do the best we can. Any person that I see in the Walmart maybe or the store, they had their hat on or they're in uniform, it's always thank you for your service. Many people, you hit the drive-thru, you see a guy in uniform behind you, you buy his meal. We try to do our best for our veterans. Let me show you what happens to World War II veterans. And this is supposed to be fantastic. Check the difference, not only between America and Russia, but folks, this would be probably all countries and Russia.
О! Фляжка. Помните? Помните. Так. Так. О, хлеб. Пойдет хлеб тоже. Фляжку сюда положим. Так, что вам тут шлет еще? О, 100 грамм фронтовых. Немножко побольше. Консерва, как всегда на войне. Так. О. Плед укрываться потеплее будет. Это от губернатора. Вам так, это сюда. Так, где-то была открытка от губернатора тут. Так, сейчас найду, тут запутаешься. Так.
Sad. Give him a imitation World War II flask, can of potted meat, 100 gram, that's Russian slang, 100 grams of vodka, a blanket. Thank you for living this long and being a great veteran. They should be taking you to a steak dinner. It's your veteran. The reason I show you that is just to give you a peek inside the culture of what we are facing. Now, why was I saying earlier that the early troops that we've seen up through day 73, and many others are saying this as well, even the NATO guys, that a lot of these troops coming from central and eastern Russia are more like cannon fodder preparing the ground. I can tell you today that the Russian army is rotating out of Syria. You may, or I would throw his backside out of my house. Absolutely. It's a slap in the face. Slap in the face. Some of Russia's best soldiers have been demolishing, and nobody talks about it anymore, but the Russian military is still very strong in Syria, destroying that place. But folks, they are using 3 airports right now, 3, to rotate their soldiers out quickly. They're coming back into Russia. They're going to come into Rostov-on-Don. They're going to come into Belgorod. They're going to come into Lutsk, and they are going to rest, prepare, and this whole wave of Syrian veterans, not from Syria, these are Russian military, are on their way. They're on their way to Ukraine. This is why NATO was saying today, I don't think the second wave has started yet. Yes, it's crazy what's happening, but I don't think the second wave has started yet. I think I would agree with that. These guys coming, but we'll see. Sergey Volyn. I speak about him quite often. I chat with him each night, and maybe you've never seen his face, but this is Sergey Volyn. The title of the program tonight, Day 73, War in Ukraine. Sergey Volyn speaks to the world from the Azovstal. And no, he did not make a video. He wrote a letter. I have the letter, and I'm going to read it to you. But before I do that, in regard to the Azovstal and Mariupol, we believe that all civilians are out. We believe that all women and all children are out of the Azovstal. Today, more Ukrainian soldiers there gave their life up, transferring civilians to the escape buses. 3 were killed, 6 more were wounded. And they're struggling. I showed some pictures earlier, a video earlier, I think last night, to some got PK and some others. It's bad, folks. But I can tell you, we believe all the civilians are out, so that's good. Now, a big thing started rolling through the news today, through Ukraine, through Russia, through Europe. You may or may not have seen it on the American news. I do not know. I haven't seen it. But there was a pretty big conflict going on about the white flag. So Russia was accusing Ukraine of surrendering because they were waving white flags. And this was the Azovstal soldiers. But the Azovstal soldiers were not surrendering. They have not surrendered. They are still there. The battles are still going on. And right this moment, and they're in trouble. The reason that they had white flags was because they were transporting or trying to get the remaining civilians to the escape places with the Red Cross and the UN. That is why the white flags were waving. So when that started happening, Russia was taking pictures and video and sending it out. We've got the Azovstal. They've surrendered. They're waving the white flag. They never surrendered. They have not surrendered, and they will not surrender. They're there. They're battling, and there are up to 600 wounded and dying. These guys are hanging on. They're not going to surrender. And now all they're screaming for is for some type of intervention to get them out. They know they cannot defeat the Russian military there. They can't. I mean, apart from a divine miracle, they can't. They're wounded. They're hurt. But they're very happy that they got the civilians out. Now they're screaming, get us out of here. We will not surrender. Get us out of here. So here, folks, we have Sergey Volyn. And I'm going to read you exactly what he wrote. He says, just my thoughts. What do I feel? Looks like I'm in some hellish reality show where we, the military, are fighting for life. We take every chance we can to save ourselves and the civilians that are with us. And it seems to us that the world is just watching an interesting story. Such scenarios are used in movies, and he uses the word series, which for us would be soap opera. The only difference is this is not a movie, and we are not fictional characters. This is the real life. We have pain. We are suffering. We are hungry. We are tormented. We cry tears. We have fear. Death is all around us, and everything is real. He then says, what surprises me? Cynicism. There are no limits to human cynicism. There are generally accepted rules. They are the same for everyone, certified by a bunch of laws, signatures, and stamps. But they do not apply. So what are they needed for? What am I hoping for? I'm hoping for right there. Oh, what a nice new camera. I'm hoping for a miracle that powers higher than I am will find solutions for our rescue. And he said in parentheses, in general understanding that this word means people and higher powers as well. I hope that this hellish reality will end. We need results, and we're waiting for action. Time goes by, and time is our lives. He then says, we will forever be faithful. Glory to Ukraine. And then his PS. White flags for the evacuation of the civilians only have been used 4 times, and only for the evacuation of people. The price of the latest evacuation today, and this was written today, is 3 killed and 6 more wounded soldiers. Our people have done everything we can to save civilians. Now we ask everyone to do their best to save us. Sergey Volyn. That's a powerful letter. I'm honored to chat with that guy on Facebook. That, my friends, is a hero. Last thing I'm going to give you tonight, and we will get you ready for some Saturday rest and make sure you're in church tomorrow. President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Українці і українки, наші захисники і захисниці. Минулої ночі російська армія витратила ракету, щоб знищити музей Григорія Сковороди в Харківській області. Ракету, щоб знищити музей. Музей філософа і поета, який жив у 18 столітті, який вчив людей тому, що таке справжнє християнське ставлення до життя і як людині пізнати себе. Що ж, схоже, що це страшна небезпека для сучасної Росії. І музеї, і християнське ставлення до життя, і пізнання людьми себе. Кожного дня цієї війни російська армія робить таке, що слів немає.
Let me pause that right there. Well said, Sergey Volyn. Let me pause that right there. I know it's hard to imagine, but when we keep talking about religious wars and we keep showing the patriarch Kirill, have you noticed in the first 48 seconds what President Zelensky has said? He used the Christian word 3 times. What a Christian is, what a Christian is, what Christianity is supposed to be. I don't have all the answers, but I'm telling you, this somehow is a religious war between good and evil, darkness and light. And Rostik and I were even discussing off camera, we really could see biblical things unfolding in our lives, whether it's the beginning of Ezekiel 38 or other events, Matthew 24, whatever it may be, for sure, there's biblical proportions here. And you can hear it. We see it every day. Priests, churches, Christianity, evil, darkness. There's something way, way deep going on here, and that is why we as Christians and humans need to do our best to pay attention, support it, and be on top of it. You can't let this one slide, folks.
Кожного наступного дня вона робить щось таке, що відчуваєш це по-новому. Прицільні ракетні удари по музеях – це навіть не кожен терорист додумається. Але ось така армія воює проти нас. Ось це вони хочуть принести і в інші європейські країни. Станом на 7 травня російська армія зруйнувала або пошкодила вже майже 200 об'єктів культурної спадщини. Сьогодні ж загарбники нанесли ракетний удар по Одесі, по місту, в якому майже кожна вулиця має щось пам'ятне, щось історичне. Але для російської армії і це не має ніякого значення. Їм би тільки вбивати і руйнувати. Одеса, Харківщина, Донбас – їм все одно. Лише Збройні сили України і опір нашого народу можуть зупинити цю нелюдську навалу. Це варварство, яке має ракети, але немає нічого із того, що робить людей людьми. Такі дії російських окупантів, і особливо напередодні Дня пам'яті усіх жертв Другої світової війни і Дня перемоги над нацизмом, мають нагадати кожній державі і кожному народу, що неможливо один раз і назавжди перемогти зло. На жаль, зло має властивість повертатися, коли люди не поважають права інших людей, зневажають закон і руйнують культуру. Саме це сталося з Російською державою. Саме тому ми всі зараз маємо захищатися. Захищати наших людей, наші міста і навіть наші музеї, які стають мішенями для прицільних російських ракетних ударів. Дякую командам Міжнародного комітету Червоного Хреста і Організації Об'єднаних Націй, які допомогли нам провести перший етап евакуаційної місії з Азовсталі. Вдалося врятувати більше 300 людей, жінок, дітей. Фактично ми вивели цивільних з Азовсталі і готуємо зараз другий етап евакуаційної місії поранених і медиків. Звичайно, якщо всі виконують домовленості, звичайно, якщо не буде брехні. Безумовно, працюємо і над тим, щоб вивести наших військових, усіх героїв, які захищають Маріуполь. Це надзвичайно складно, але важливо. Впевнений, всі розуміють головну причину цієї складності, а також де ця причина знаходиться. Але ми не втрачаємо надії, ми не зупиняємось, щоденно шукаємо такий дипломатичний варіант, який може спрацювати. Наша команда готує завтра і продовження роботи гуманітарних коридорів для усіх мешканців Маріуполя та навколишніх населених пунктів. Провів сьогодні нараду щодо діяльності виконавчої влади, головні питання економічні, зокрема про забезпечення українців пальним, про подолання дефіциту пального, який виник після того, як російські ракети зруйнували наш Кременчуцький завод і бази нафтопродуктів по всій державі. Заслухав доповіді про те, що конкретно робиться для організації постачання в Україну достатнього обсягу бензину та інших видів пального. Ключове завдання для урядовців – пришвидшити транспортування пального від європейських портів до наших споживачів. Обсяг такого транспортування має збільшуватись щоденно. Також заслухав доповідь міністра фінансів про стан виконання державного бюджету. Робимо все, щоб держава виконувала усі соціальні зобов'язання, попри дефіцит бюджету і свідоме руйнування російською армією нашої економіки. предметно обговорили і підготовку плану відновлення країни після війни. Це дуже масштабне завдання, але я не маю сумнівів, що ми його реалізуємо. Сьогодні я був в Бородянці Київської області, яка поступово повертається до нормального життя. Керівник Офісу президента Андрій Єрмак разом з міністром інфраструктури Кубраковим оглянули відновлений залізничний міст через річку Ірпінь. Рух по ньому вже є. На сьогодні можемо сказати, що міста і громади Київської області звільнені від окупантів, поєднані нормальним транспортним сполученням. Також вже традиційно ввечері підписав укази про нагородження наших захисників. Державними нагородами відзначені 216 військовослужбовців Збройних сил України. Звання Героя України присвоєно полковнику Гегечкорі Олегу Іродійовичу посмертно, командиру вертолітної ескадрилії 11-ї окремої бригади армійської авіації сухопутних військ Збройних сил України. Вічна слава усім, хто став на захист нашої держави. Вічна пам'ять кожному, хто віддав життя за Україну. Слава Україні!
And there you have it, folks. That is day 73. That is the evening address that he does personally for the nation each night. That is the full update, and you are up to date, really, with what's going on in Ukraine right now. We already know the story of the fuel shortage, and we get to hear from President Zelensky. So that is where we're at tonight. Thank you guys for all being here. As always, continue to pray for Ukraine and continue to give. That one Applebee's meal a week. We're doing great things. Yes, I spoke to Zhenya today. He was traveling in Germany, from Netherlands back into Germany, and we are working on the van. It's coming, not repairing, working on the new one. So it's something that we can look forward to for sure. May the Lord bless you, keep you, cause his face to shine upon you, be gracious to you, give you peace, and peace in Ukraine. Thanks to you all. I see all of your chats. We love all of you. God bless you. Good night. Enjoy church tomorrow, and see you in 23 hours. Be blessed.